This is Josh Bycer from GameWisdom.com. I hope you enjoyed this Critical Thought, your daily discussion on game design. Hello and welcome to today's Critical Thought. As always, thank you to 915 subscribers currently here on the YouTube channel. I hope everyone is enjoying the great content. For the first timers, as always, be sure to subscribe as we are now less than 100 away from 1,000. If you haven't voted yet, the 900 Let's Play vote is still going on. Right now it's a three-way tie between Fez, Aquaria, and Bastion. If you'd like to vote, leave a comment in any of the critical thoughts and I will tally them up. I figure we'll give it maybe until the end of this week, so that would be, let's say, November 21st, before we'll decide on what will be the 900 vote. As I've been promising, today's piece is going to be a little bit more of an introspective look, or introspective talk. We'll have another one of these once we hit 1,000, but I wanted to sit back and kind of reflect and get some thoughts from you guys on what's been happening. So if you're interested in a game dev topic, or the latest one, be sure to come back tomorrow. I have a really good one planned regarding competitive games. But for today, as you know, I've been growing the Game Wisdom YouTube channel now for about a year and a half. GameWisdom.com about actually going on 4 years now. And one thing I've learned in that time is that I've made a lot of mistakes. And another thing is, whenever you have questions, it's always good to ask people, especially those who have been doing it longer than you, and get their insights. So that's what I'm going to do today. There are a few parts I want to touch on that will sort of help me with framing the content here and on Game Wisdom, and I want to get your thoughts on it. So let's talk about the actual content that's going up. When I first started the YouTube channel, I was putting out a good 3 hours of content a day, usually 3 one-hour videos, and I was advised, and rightly so, that that's just way too much. People aren't going to want to watch 3 hours of content daily. So we've cut things back, and now it's basically one biggish video, usually 30 minutes to an hour, and then these tiny critical thoughts. And I want to ask everyone watching, is that good? Would you like to see more content daily? As you know, with the streams and spotlights and Let's Plays, I'm kind of developing a backlog of videos. And even doing one big one a day, it's still getting a little bit crazy. For instance, my Book of Demons, Let's Break, there's a good, even if I break it up into like 40 minutes to an hour, there's still at least a good 6 more videos in that one Let's Play alone. Not counting, of course, I still have the Disgaea videos. They've been finished, I just haven't had the chance to upload them since I've been uploading new stuff and, of course, the recent things with Clockwork Empires. So my question is, would you like to see more content a day if there is content available? As in a second video. I think any more than that, and even then, that would be too much. Now, one of the things I've been thinking about is trying to maybe start learning some Adobe Premiere, which is the video editing software, and see if I can splice things together or cut things down. The only problem for the most part is that a lot of my videos, especially the Let's Plays, I tend to always be making progress. I don't like to show grinding or me repeating things, which is why for the Disgaea play, you guys did not see a whole lot of item world grinding. I just didn't even bother recording that stuff, because once you've seen one time, you've seen enough. But for instance, with my play of Mercenary Kings on Steam, each and every play has progress being made in that campaign, and it's new progress throughout. So I'm not sure how I could possibly cut that down, because then I'm cutting out content. Now with games where I'm grinding or doing stuff repeatedly, that's easy. That's stuff we don't need to show. But for those of you watching, would you like to see more content a day? I know I would offer to cut things down further, but I don't think that's possible for me. Because I spend time talking about the design mechanics, I can't do a 10-minute spotlight on a video game. I could spend 10 minutes just saying hello. And for those of you who listen to the podcast or audiocast, you know that for sure. Now, another thing about the content, and I'm actually going to post this video on GameWisdom.com because I want to hear it as well. As you know, I also put up the audio casts of the Perceptive Podcast each week. Are you guys still interested in listening to that here on the YouTube channel? Again, these are probably the biggest piece of content on the site, with exception to when we do a building the game or a developer live interview. And it's also why I don't do bigger normal videos, because I usually save that for these special events. But would you like to continue to see that content here? Also, for those of you on YouTube, as you know, I also have the Game Wisdom website that gets usually plugged at the end of these videos, but I just want to ask you, have you had a chance to look at the written content yet on GameWisdom.com? And what do you think of it? Again, a lot of this has been me just figuring things out on my own, and it's always great to get an outside perspective. Now, one last thing, I guess, regarding content before we move on to the next thing. Are there any kinds of videos or additional things you would like to see on the channel? Over the last year and a half, I've experimented with several other playlists. They're not shown on the front page, but they're usually found if you search for them. I've done like micro plays, like a quick how to beat a boss fight, minute, 2-minute video top. There's been multiplayer plays, stuff like that. Are there any suggestions you have for more content you'd like to see on the channel? Be sure, of course, for any of this to let me know in the comments below. And if you have any comments or suggestions at any time, definitely be sure to talk about them. I try to read all the comments that come in, which I know will probably get harder as we get more and more subscribers, but I'm always willing to listen and to make adjustments if need be. Regarding, I guess the next part would be sort of the visual side of things. I've been trying to come up with a standard kind of thumbnail for the site. I know I'm not an artist, so the chance of me doing anything unique or professional like what we see on like Bear Taffy, Northern Lion, Markiplier, etc., I don't think that's going to happen on my own. So I try to keep to something that is clean and still is like visibly representing of Game Wisdom. So what do you think of the thumbnails? Are they good, bad, anything like that? Please let me know. Now, another part I want to touch on is the Patreon. As you know, I've been kind of not mentioning it as much, so I've realized that if you're going to donate, you're going to donate. You're not going to be motivated by me mentioning it every day. And if you're not, well, that's perfectly fair as well. And besides, at the outro tag for any of these videos, it gets mentioned there. So this isn't a plug for the Patreon. I just want to know, do you have any suggestions for things to offer? Again, all this stuff has been me learning on the fly. And I know time and time again I've made a lot of mistakes on that front. So, do you have suggestions? I was thinking about maybe like exclusive pre-streams or exclusive videos. Again, anything and everything, be sure to let me know. Right now, there is a higher tier goal for a Patreon's podcast, which is we basically invite you on for either a live or just an audio podcast, and we talk about topics you're interested in. Because of how much work that is to set up and plan, it's one of the higher up goals on Patreon. But if you have any suggestions for like smaller things, or even things that I can offer, again, I'm not going to do anything physical because that is a Pandora's box that I don't want to open. But anything like that, be sure to let me know. Another thing that I want to touch on is, I guess, showing this content outward. One of the biggest mistakes I think I've made with Game Wisdom and with the YouTube channel is being too insular. It basically took me until literally this year to start using Twitter and getting more involved with social media, which has certainly, I think, helped things out a lot here. So my question for you guys is, are there any other places you would like to see me post my content? Are there any places that you think would like to see either the written posts or these videos and critical thoughts? Again, like I said, a lot of this is me figuring things out, so any help here would be greatly appreciated. I mentioned this earlier, but I got a comment regarding maybe putting stuff up on SoundCloud, and I've never really used that before. So if you would like to see like these videos or other stuff on SoundCloud like once a week or something like that, let me know. And like I said, any other places. Right now I post on IGN, Destructoid. I have some friends over at Kotaku Gaming and Triton, and even Movie Pilot. I have some posts there. But any other places, be sure to let me know, and I'll be more than happy to add that to my routine of cross-posting. I think with that, there's not much left to really talk about. If you have any other random suggestions or comments about, again, Game Wisdom, the YouTube channel, Patreon, anything like that, make sure to leave them in the comments below, because the only way I'm going to learn is if I get good constructive criticism, or any criticism I think would be helpful. Other than that, that is going to do it for today. I do have some more spotlights planned for this week, and I think that's one other question that I want to ask you before we go. Like I said, because of the Let's Breaks, these series can run very long because I'm trying to get through the entire game. Do you guys still want to see that stuff? Like, do you want to see me get to the end when we do a Let's Break? So something like Disgaea, getting, a max or almost a max colony Clockwork Empires, the Book of Demons, stuff like that. Yes or no, I guess, is the simple question. Like I said, because my videos tend to focus always on progress, if I, like for instance with Book of Demons, right now there's a good 5-6 hours more content ready to be cut up and put up here. But do you guys want to see all that? Would you like to just see maybe a boss fight, one thing of the new area, and then wrap it up? Like I said, if we do that, it's going to cut up these videos and make them very jumbled. But it will reduce the amount of content you guys can watch. So again, let me know what you think in the comments below. We're going to wrap it up here. Once again, thank you so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. When we hit 1,000, I have a special treat plan, as well as the 1,000 subscriber, I guess, mega Let's Play vote. But until then, keep on watching things here on the Game Wisdom YouTube channel, and of course on GameWisdom.com, where we examine the art and science of games. I'm still Josh Bycer, and I will catch you all tomorrow with more great content on Game Wisdom, and I will have a new critical thought on competitive games planned for then. Anyway, have a great night. It is about to thunder and pour here, so hopefully for anyone else on the East Coast, don't get caught in the rain, hopefully. Anyway, talk to you then. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy it, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and of course share with your friends. It always helps out. For daily posts on all manner of game design and industry topics, check out game-wisdom.com. To support the site and everything that I do, be sure to check out the Patreon campaign. If we can hit goals, it will mean more content for everyone to enjoy, and I'll be able to support myself and my household. If you want to follow me, you can find me on Twitter at GWBycer for updates throughout the day and random thoughts from me. And lastly, you can find me on Twitch right over there at GWBycer for daily streams most nights around 10 Eastern. Thanks again for watching the video, and be sure to check out more great content coming to the Game Wisdom channel real soon.